I'm a tank. Go ahead.
Hi, everyone. I'm Chuck.
I'm Bo. Welcome back to the most unprofessional history channel on the internet, Kentucky Fried Chronology.
This week, we're talking about World War II tanks, not just America's tanks.
Oh, yeah, we did last week. Was
American
guns, right?
American gun small arms of World War II. This one, and we're just.
Well, if we did American tanks, it's like what, 2, 3?
Yeah,
I'm not counting tank destroyers
say,
and shit like that. I mean, like mainline battle tank, we had like 2.
Are we counting all of the lend leases that we did?
No, if we count it, we can go ahead and go into the Sherman if you want, since it's
yeah. Let's go ahead and get
if we count up all of the different ways that you can mod a Sherman. Oh, that's like 10
easily
different tanks, right?
I also saw one that someone strapped a plow to.
You can strap a plow, a bunch of hedge cutter teeth, the
mine layer.
Yeah, I was gonna say I like the crab with the flail on it for clearing a minefield. That one's pretty cool. What else can we do to the? Oh, if you take a bunch of tarps and bolt them to it, you can turn it into a boat.
Yeah, apparently.
As long as the water is, not rough, it works just fine.
Supposedly, there was some type of thing you could attach to it, and it would inflate and float itself.
No, it didn't even inflate. It was just like a canvas bag you bolted to the outside of it,
and it just floated.
And it just distributed the water enough to float the tank. They tried to use them during D-Day, but rough water. So I imagine there's just a bunch of these fucking things just at the bottom of the fucking channel, right?
Probably. Well, anyway.
On that dark note, right?
Like, I'm sad. And on to the lighter side of World War II.
What a fucking statement.
I know.
All right. What is the lighter side of World War II, Chuck? What was the happy, sunshiny bits that we all missed in history class?
I'll march to victory.
Shit.
All of that nifty wartime propaganda, kids.
Buy war bonds.
And remember,
don't throw that bacon grease away.
When you drive alone, you drive with Hitler. Carpool to work.
No, that's in the edit where I put up like the 1940s like propaganda buy war bonds pictures, right?
Gotta admit, that art was pretty good.
It was. Nice transatlantic accent, too, by the way. That was pretty good. I spilled that all fucking over me. That is all your fucking fault. The fuck were we even talking about? The Sherman.
The Sherman.
Showing me.
And all of the variants. But honestly, I gotta say, my favorite is just the original cast top.
The old first school. One, yeah. Sherman. I don't know. I like the one from the movie.
I know that does count. I know that
with the big gun.
I know that one.
The Fury.
Nice. Yeah, that one is. Nice.
Not Fury. It was the Sherman Firefly. I think is what that one was called. The one with the big fucking gun.
Yeah, that made the. It was.
I mean, if it comes with a Shia LaBeouf included, I'll totally take it. Not for the reasons you're thinking.
We are way off.
Because we've been drinking all day. It's not our fault.
We have been drinking all day.
Yes.
Your other podcast.
You shut up.
Anyway, our next one. What was your next one, actually?
My next one?
Do you have the? Oh, well, that was a late war. Don't talk about that one. Let's try and be chronologically.
Which one are you talking about? It was late war.
I was going to say that one, but that's a late.
Well, why would you go to the end of my list?
Because I can't pronounce that.
No, you just well.
I can't pronounce the Japanese tank name. Let's go ahead and start with that one.
You want me to go ahead with the Japanese?
Go ahead.
All right, damn it. It is the Type 97 Shinhato Chinha medium battle tank. It has 33 millimeters of armor, a 47-inch gun, and can go 24 mile an hour. It is the Japanese's best effort against the Sherman. I am not going to say answer because
that was not a good answer.
But it's a neat tank. If you look at it,
to the
no. I mean, it came out. I feel like the first ones came out in like 1940, just before. Like they were used in China.
Yeah.
But
and China
ain't got the Sherman right now.
China didn't have anything to counter that, so yeah, they did great.
So it probably did fantastic. I just thought it looked cool. Like I went because
an editing bow will play some.
Yeah, I went through and I didn't want to do just American and British and German tanks. Yeah, because nobody talks about the Japanese ones. I was like, they gotta have a neat one, right? There, right there. I think it looks cool. If we had the little army men that you would get, the little plastic ones. Right. If they got if they had Japanese ones, this is the tank I would want. Shit.
Yeah. So the Type 97, so basically did well in the Manchurian campaign until that campaign kind of bogged down because of its own issues.
Because of the intervention of the British and Americans by that point, yeah.
Well, that and it was just
funneling of money and material.
It was a lot of resources going into something that wasn't giving them a lot of resources.
Pre-Burma campaign. Oh, smack my cup.
Fly. I was trying to get anyway. Oh, my next tank is honestly a technically pre-war tank. One of those, we knew war was coming, so we made the M3 Lee, or since the British didn't want to lend-lease something named after a Confederate general, the M3 Grant.
Didn't they do something dumb to get away with that? Didn't they just we're going to shift this one piece 3 millimeters to the left? Oh, now it's the Grant.
They moved the radio somewhere else, but they didn't move it far. I think they switched it with something else.
It was in the way of
more accessible.
It was in the way of making tea. They needed that room so they could put the teapot in there.
Must be.
Was it any good? I know we used them at Kasserine Pass, and that did not work out for us at all.
Well, it's one of those. It was perfect on paper. The tank is the tank.
I mean, you could argue that for all of these, really.
On paper, it's perfectly fine. However, it has basically a lot of the problems that a lot of World War I tanks have. It was underpowered. And it seemed to be just a little too tall. The silhouette was just an awfully easy target for it to hit.
Well, a lot of Allied tanks had that problem. There was the Sherman was super tall. The Russian one I'll get to in a minute. It was really fucking tall.
They
gotta wait. We are talking about
the Grant.
The Grant. The M3 Lee / Grant.
But on
that mobile pillbox.
I'm sure, kind of. But the tank destroyer gun was an effective tank killer
at close range. It was a 75 millimeter gun. It couldn't get that was the problem. Is it didn't have the same range as the Panzer IIIs did. The Panzer IIIs could kick back and shoot these things. That 75 millimeter gun is nice at 200 yards. Then it'll punch through about anything. And then you add on to that they a 30-06 machine gun. Yeah, and that turret is it's not even a 50 cal. And the riveted armor, I think, on the first line production ones was a real big problem.
Yeah.
Right?
They looked nice, but that's one of those...
yeah, I like the rivets. The rivets look cool, but I get that's some weak points.
Give it a very, steampunk industrial look to it. It really looks cool, but it doesn't make it more effective in battle.
No, this...
The second you hit's a good enough shock, them rivets are going to pop on the inside and turn into shrapnel.
This tank, if it had shown up in World War I, would have fucking wrecked everybody.
Oh, absolutely. It would have controlled the battlefield.
This is a tank that showed up 20 years too late, right? It was designed to fight entrenched war like the first one.
Yeah, it was just... Yeah.
Not a mobile, fast-moving... No. War like the Second World War. It was too slow.
Speaking of
undergunned, underarmored, and too slow.
But speaking of tanks that are not too slow and are absolutely suited for the fast-moving warfare that they were designed for, the T-34.
Dun 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 dun.
One of sort of my favorite tanks. Yeah.
the tank. This is a tank. Anybody who ever thought of a tank in their fucking head, probably picturing the old history, like the History Channel footage, and it's probably a T-34.
Or a
right, with the big wheels. I would argue it's probably because the
T-34 looks more like a tank,
and it's got that fucking rounded top. It wasn't until you got like to the Panzer Fives and shit where you started getting the sloped, rounded,
with the one exception of
cast shit or whatever.
Yeah, with one exception of the World War I French Renault tank. That is the tankiest tank that ever came out of World War I.
It's that tank is crap, but I want to drive one around. It looks fun as shit. Like
it's fun, yeah.
It's like a one-man tank, right? Mm-hmm. It's like you do all of it. You shoot the gun, you drive it.
Mm-hmm. And then can you imagine? But that design,
that would be super fun. Bigger, I would so drive one.
Big enough for 4 men, maybe. But anyway, back to the T-34. Oh shoot, I wish I wrote my numbers down here for millimeter thickness and all that like you did. Better research to you this week. Good job.
I mean, I at least wrote the specs down on these things.
Editing Bo, please give us the specs for the T-34 on this one.
I will do.
Thank you. So, as you're reading the specs, take note that basically the only weak spot in this tank's armor is right on top. And if you've ever played War Thunder like I did a little bit, you're absolutely going to notice the only real weakness to this thing is anyone above you shooting down. So if anybody's got any elevation on the T-34 with their own tank, you're in trouble.
Isn't there a level in Call of Duty World at War where you drive a T-34 around? Or is that one of the Battlefield games I'm thinking of?
I think that's one of the Battlefield games. Anyway.
Oh no. I always remember that being super fucking fun.
That was.
I love a level where you get to drive a tank. But yeah, I love the T-34. My favorite thing about the story for the T-34 was Stalingrad, where there is a T-34 factory in Stalingrad, in the middle of the fucking whole battle, that is still shitting out tanks and
sending them directly.
He's rolling them out just nice. Like in my head, I have like this, like there's just a line of dudes waiting for their tank. They jump in it, they drive it out of the factory, and it immediately blows up. And then like the door shuts, and the rest of them are just kind of like, well, he made it longer than Tony did, or what? He made it out the door. Did you see that? Wow, we're making progress. But it was like the most hard-fought piece of real estate in Stalingrad was the ground around that tank factory, because they were like, if we lose, they lost parts of it. Like that's the crazy.
Wasn't it called the tractor factory?
Yeah, but they were making tanks because what is the T-34 if not just a tractor with a gun on it?
Yeah, a tractor with armor and a gun. Yeah,
because it drives the same way as like their field tractors did. Yep. That's why you could kind of just take any random Russian farm peasant and be like, "Hey, you can drive this."
Yep. Hey, you remember that tractor? You know how to drive? Look familiar? Ta-da!
But they were losing like actual like sections of this factory to the Germans while still trying to shit the tanks out, while there's like in the next like room where you're welding on like a sprocket, there's you're like Heil Hitler,
cut. Please edit that out, Bo.
No, the death scream of a Nazi saying that is totally natural, is what he would be saying right before he charged into the Russian guns and died. And I'm totally fine with the dead Nazi.
Anyway.
Dead Nazis are always good, right?
Right. So what was your next tank?
My next one's actually Russian too, but it's not the T-34 because you're a basic bitch, and that's all that's the one everybody picks. Okay? The real ones pick this one. The KV-2.
Okay, I have heard of that.
This monster of a fucking tank with just a box of a turret on top of it.
This is the Russian fridge.
Giant 152 millimeter gun.
Yeah, that's what they called it.
This thing.
Did this actually come out during?
This was a real thing. It got used during the Operation Barbarossa. It was on the main line of this thing. It was actually came out Well, the KV-1 came out before the T-34, but the KV-1 didn't have a big enough gun. The gun wasn't big enough. So I need a bigger gun on my. So the KV-2, they have like a gun that's twice the size. And I love this. 152.
Wait. So Stalin literally pulled a Dan Halen and just said double it?
Pretty much.
Nice.
But 152. 150 wasn't enough. No, comrade. No, comrade. I need 2 extra millimeters. That 2 extra millimeters really
That's the real extra middle finger.
Yeah.
Pigs.
This thing scared the Germans when it fucking rolled out of the fucking mist. They were like, fuck is that? I don't blame them. Because they didn't think the Russians had anything that big.
I've played enough War Thunder. I've seen that thing on the battlefield.
That would scare the shit out of you, wouldn't it? I was
thankful he was on my team because he just kept he literally was the definition of a tank, just ting,
100
ting, around, literally just.
That's thanks to the 106 millimeter thick frontal armor that is sloped.
And of course, if you turn your tank, it's like War Thunder trick, turn your tank to the side this way so that the armor's sloped and you get more thickness.
That's the ablative side armor, which is already like at 70 millimeters thick, a little thinner, but it's still like it's way thicker than the T-34 side plating.
Oh yeah, T-34 it was made to be much more of an infantry support tank. It was much more of a keep up with faster.
I feel like the T-34
that's made to punch through.
That was the problem. The T-34 is like the fast, speedy breakthrough fucking tank. This thing is like the big, slow-moving mobile artillery piece that you can. I don't know. Probably couldn't call in for it. I don't think the Russians had radios like that, did they?
We probably lend-leased them enough to where they could get that tactic up.
When they're like a big problem was like even if they did have radios, like the infantry radios and the tank radios, like. Wouldn't talk to each other or something. I don't know. I'd have to look more into that.
I wouldn't be surprised if that was just something they chose not to do.
They're just on the wrong frequency. They're such stupid Russians. Like, oh, dumb Russian farmer. I know not. Oh, switch to channel 3. What is 3? I don't know this.
I doubt that.
I don't have enough fingers. Gummies are cut off. I can't count to 3. I only have thumb and pinky. Hey.
Anyway. So is that?
That's my favorite Russian tank. Just for the sheer boom of it. And they tried to make a bigger one.
It's Stalin's fridge.
They tried to make one that was even bigger, but it was so big that it like the bridges collapsed underneath it.
Ferdinand itself.
Yeah, like
burned up its own transmission.
Kind of like Germany's the Mao. It's the same, but they actually put some of those out. There's like four or five of those that they actually sit
around in the museum somewhere.
Yeah, but there was one of these. I think it was a K3, KV3 they were going to call it. I don't know, but there's like one of them and it fell in a river and they were like, well, fuck, that didn't work. Well, too big. It's fine. KV2 worked just fine. Don't worry.
Just make more of them.
Because some smart guy was like, why don't we just kind of take the T-34 and kind of up armor it.
Give it more armor.
And give it a better like suspension and a bigger gun. Because it's it's the better tank, really.
On paper, yeah.
Well, on the battlefield too, man. I mean, it's got 10 mile an hour on the KV2. KV2 has a lot of armor and a big gun.
It takes forever.
But you get 4 or 5. It'd be like the same problem the Tiger had against the Shermans. You get 3 or 4 Panzer IVs around this thing. It's going to be fucked because it can't maneuver enough.
Can't turn.
Yeah, they're going to get around behind it and blow that weak point in the turret off. Because all the armor on these
on the front side
you
top,
gotta think Russian military doctrine is
don't retreat
forward. Yeah. Why would we ever need to put armor on something's back? That means we're running away.
Hard cut. We don't not having.
We don't do that. Yeah, it sounds badass, right? Like, yeah, we don't need armor on it because we never retreat. Everybody ends up retreating at some point. Damn it.
And you feel real vulnerable.
You feel real dumb when you
really don't. You really can't.
You run backward. Yeah. Just all the tanks just throw it in reverse and don't turn around. You got that one guy just like poking his head out, being like, "Left, no, my left."
Oh, so anyway, on to my next tank. I kind of chose. I wanted to go with the Matilda.
That's a good one. Which one?
The second one. The first one.
Good.
The first one was
because the first one is basically just a armored car with a machine gun on it.
Yeah, it's. I was gonna say it's kind of like the Panzer One version. It's the British version of the Panzer
you think
1.
about it, like before the war happened, like the mindset was you need something to support the infantry, and you didn't. They weren't thinking
to stop
tank on
weapons.
tank combat. Really, they were like, no, you need like a armored mobile gun platform to back up your infantry units.
Yeah, and if all you want's a machine gun nest that can move, the Matilda one
is great.
Is awesome.
I'd take it over the Panzer II.
That's
I would.
That's going to have the comments.
Oh, let them fight me. It's more maneuverable, has better range, and a bigger engine.
But the Matilda 2 is actually we saw. It's one of those, we saw all the problems with the prototype, and we went back and we fixed all of it.
And we were like, yeah, war's not going to work the way we thought it did. It needs more gun, more armor.
Yeah.
More. Did they put the 2-pound cannon on that one?
I don't.
And a machine gun. It had like 3 guns on it, right?
They had a variant that had that, because they had one that it was like they had one that kind of pulled a Sherman, and they made it to where you could have 4 machine guns, and it was an
anti-aircraft gun.
Yeah, I think so. I hope.
Drink up, me hearty, yo.
And also, it aesthetically, it kind of weirdly enough, it looks like a mesh between the Panzer and the Sherman. I mean, a tank is a tank is a tank. They all have roughly the same basic design.
Weird stuff happens in war, man. I mean,
convergent evolution.
The Matilda mommy and the Panzer daddy, they met on the battlefield. Their eyes met.
A lot of blood was spilled. A lot of screaming happened, and a baby was born.
Right. I was going for like romance, but all right, you're gonna go dark with it, dick. I was going to be like this whole sweet thing where like the tanks and like like rom-com but with tanks.
No.
Chuck's like 9. No Sherman tank will do such thing.
The best thing about the Matilda is that there's nothing really wrong with it, but it doesn't have anything that makes it unique and kind of stand out from all the others.
I don't know nothing about it. It's not one of mine on my list.
It's not a terrible tank, but it's nothing. It's not going to impress. That's one of those. It's like a what you call it, a reliable. It's like a reliable family sedan. It's great. It will get you to the grocery store and back.
Until the Panzer III comes out.
Until the Panzer III.
Or not even the 4. The Panzer IV comes out, and the Matilda. I mean, I get it. During the Africa campaign, it was the queen of the battlefield, or whatever they called it. And like, yeah, I get that. But the second the Germans rolled out a new tank, it was
her tier became obsolete.
Yeah, it was a glorified armored personnel carrier. You could sit on top of it, and it'll take you to the fight.
Yeah.
You can hide behind it while they're shooting at you.
So, your next tank?
My next tank?
Because you went a different route. I went with more of a. I noticed I went more infantry support tanks. You went more a heavy hitter.
I went more main battle tank, really.
Yeah.
What was it called? Let me see. I already forgot. Oh, the Churchill. Since we're doing the British tanks.
The Churchill.
I love the Churchill. This thing looks out of place. It looks like it should be in the First World War.
Is that the one that's a lot bigger than it actually looks, because it just looks like it looks like a normal sized tank with a really small turret shoved to the front, or is that a different one I'm thinking?
But yeah, no, the Churchill is it's a big fucking tank. It's really long, because I think the idea when they designed it was they wanted one that can go over trenches.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. But then they're like, well, we need a turret. But they didn't want to put a big, huge gun on it, because they're like,
well, it'll get
it's still before people were like tank to tank in the design process. So they're like, well, we'll put I think it was like a 6-pound gun on it or whatever, and it'll be great. And then it's kind of crap. No, I mean,
so what? But you kind of just described to me.
No, but like it's so good at one specific thing that it saved it from the scrap heap, and that just cracked me up. It can go up hills.
Oh, okay.
It can go up fucking steep hills better than any tank the Allies have.
Okay, and that's your saving grace.
And that's exactly what saved it from them being like, well, fuck it. They're like, well, it goes up hills really good. What if we modified it a little bit? And then somebody was like, oh, fuck, we can modify this thing to do all kinds of shit. The Royal Engineers need a close support bunker buster fucking tank, so we'll strap a mortar onto it instead of a piddly little gun. So it's got this big fat, just short nose, just little thunk thing, right?
Speaking of piddly little gun, with the gun that it's got on there, and the way you talk about it being more maneuverable, mobile thing.
I mean, it was still slow.
Is this basically World War II's equivalent of the Bradley? And how it operates?
No, because the Bradley is really quick.
Bradley doesn't actually suck?
No, the Bradley's awesome.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I love the Churchill because it's like the British's version of the Sherman, because the Sherman you can mod it to do all kinds of shit, right? Well, you can do the same thing to the Churchill. There's even like a version that has like a bridge.
Yeah,
you can like it has like a bridge you can like put out on it, and then you can drive across it.
Have you seen one? The M1 doesn't have that, but there is a bridge making thing that we've got.
That currently or back then?
Currently. I don't know about back then. I'm sure we had something neat.
I know
we've got like some really neat looking thing that basically looks like a folded up bridge attached to a flatbed with a truck built into it.
Yeah. I've seen that.
It just rolls up to the basically edge of a creek or a river and just unfolds itself.
Yeah. And then you just drive up.
It's a 2-lane.
You just drive up and over the fucking thing.
I know. That is so cool. Anyway, we're way off topic.
Oh no, I haven't even told you my favorite version of my favorite tank.
Which is?
The flamethrower. The Churchill Crocodile. They put a flamethrower with they attached an extra tank. Because just putting a tank inside of it for the flamethrower fuel, not enough. No, we need to haul a 400-gallon napalm tank behind the thing, so it has more fire to throw. I feel like
that would give you I feel like that turns you into one of them bosses with a glaring weak spot.
You see what I'm saying? It's like the Sherman, but it's British, so it's like posher. It's like oh yes. Well, the Sherman may throw fire, but we throw fire. Right?
We have this fancy little wagon behind us, so we can throw more than you.
The Sherman one didn't carry a little fancy little wagon behind it.
Didn't we just have big tanks on the back?
I think so. Like it just had big tanks on the back, like the T-55 has just the extra fuel tank on the back of the turret.
3 or 4 oil drums stacked together, and
the British were like, we're going to attach a wagon to it with a hose.
I don't feel like that one worked out too well.
Oh, it worked out great. The Germans hated this thing to the point where if anybody that was like any of the crewmen of one of these things got captured, they were fucked.
Like a dude with a shotgun in World War I.
Yeah, like they were fucked. They weren't taking your ass prisoner. They were probably going to scalp you and nail you to the side of your burning tank and leave you there.
Wow.
So being a crocodile crew probably sucked.
Probably.
Because, it probably sucked from
everybody?
Yeah, I mean, it's probably not fun burning people alive.
I'd say not. But anyway.
I try not to think about these things, but they just keep popping up, all right? What's your next favorite one, Chuck? Get us away from the burning corpses of soldiers.
Maybe edit out.
Nope, it's all staying. Don't tell me how to do my job.
I don't know how well this one's going to go over. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and say it. Controversial one, the Panzer 1 and 2. Even though they are light-skinned.
Wait, really?
They are light-skinned training tanks. However, objectively, on paper, what they took more land
pretty
much than any of the other German tanks, because they They were applied to their blitzkrieg.
I don't think I've ever actually seen one of these. Is this the one where like you see the clips of and they're really small and you see the German officer like literally standing halfway out of the turret, like up to his waist?
No,
because it's such a small ass fucking tank.
No, they have a training tank, but that wasn't it. That was you're thinking
it's like open. It's like open topped. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're thinking of, there's like an Italian tank.
Is that what I'm thinking of?
We've got footage because the Germans.
It's like a 3-second clip. The German guy's like puttering up to somebody in it, kind of does the salute, and then putters the fuck away in it. And I'm just like, yeah, I want the little tank.
Maybe double check that one. I don't know if that one's.
That's not the one the one you're talking about.
No, I think that's an Italian one, and that one's just goofy. It's a goofy little tank.
It's fun. I want one. I'm driving to the grocery store in my tiny little tank.
Yeah, that would be fun. No, the Panzer 1 and 2 are basically the Panzer 1 was basically the Germans dancing on the edge of the rules of all the treaties from at the end of World War One.
So it's like an up armored car, but not a car.
It's everything not a tank. Like it's 1 millimeter less than what a tank would be armor wise.
Like a half ounce under the weight limit.
Pretty much.
Everything they could get away with.
Like the gun on it is technically a machine gun. But since they had a shitload of them when the war started, and they're speedy
little fuckers, aren't they? They're the ones I was talking about earlier. They go like 26, 30 mile an hour, right?
This was the tank that took Poland, Czechoslovakia, Austria, Romania, pretty much all of them. All of the ones that fell, all of the countries that fell really quickly fell to the Panzer 1s and 2s.
And then the Panzer 3 came around when they went into Belgium and France, right?
When they finally started getting real committed, like actual armor
when they started getting serious.
When it started getting serious, and basically
we're tired of fucking around with these second-rate European powers. Now we're going after the big guys.
Now we're going after everyone.
We want the French and their wine and cheese.
Yeah, as long as we got enough, we're going after big enough guys with armor or with money to throw at armor.
That's the whole reason they invaded France, right? Germany's a terrible vacation spot.
The Rhineland is much better. Or the Sudet.
The Rhineland is only good for growing of crop. France has the coast of Marseille.
Marseille is nice. And that is the part that made wasn't that Vichy France in the South?
See what I'm saying? They just wanted good vacation spots. Because it's, Germany kind of sucks. It's wet and rainy all the time. At least France connects into the Mediterranean a little bit.
But it's one of those. Other than using that, they min-max their tank. Their tactics and what they used it with.
Okay, I hear that all the time. What the fuck does that mean?
Min-maxing is basically you know how when you play a video game and you like your starter weapon, and you're like, I'm just going to upgrade.
So I'm going to keep my iron sword.
You're going to keep your
from the beginning, but keep blacksmithing it until it's like the epic legendary
legendary iron sword of.
And then you've added like all the enchantments onto it.
Yeah, that's min-maxing.
Oh,
so basically, they took they took their starter tank that the convention allowed them to have, made a bunch of them, taught their guys, hey, this will stop small arms, but if you encounter other tanks, retreat.
Okay, cool. I thought it meant you were going to do
and they expected more resistance.
You were going to do the maximum amount of shit with the minimum amount of effort.
No,
is what I thought that meant.
That's not what that is.
I've been saying it wrong. No wonder the kids on the internet make fun of me.
Oh, that's not the only reason. Anyway,
hey, I'm the one with the hat.
That might be why. So yeah, that's pretty much all I've got on the Panzer. That's pretty much all I've got on the Panzers, though.
The Panzer? Mm-hmm. You got any more tanks? Because I only got really one left, 2 maybe. And they're pretty late war.
Yeah, I've got one late war one, but that's it. Yeah, that's all I got.
Is yours the Cromwell? I'm going to be mad if yours is the Cromwell.
No, it was actually the.
Is it the Pershing?
No, it was the Russian one you had.
Oh, so we already talked about yours.
Yeah,
oh, okay.
We already talked about it. It was my late war.
So it's all me.
So yeah, kinda.
All right, the Cromwell is like Britain finally figuring out what a big tank is supposed to do and be.
Nice.
But and like
pictures, of course.
And like just in time, right? Because it's like right before D-Day. Like some of these went with D-Day and shit, but they didn't have a lot of them.
Yeah.
And dude, it's a big ass thing. They put the Spitfire engine from the plane in a tank, so it's got like 3 times the horsepower of anything else.
So it's right. It's really moving.
So it is a really powerful fucking engine in this thing, and it's a huge up armored Cromwell kind of. But it's almost like a Panzer and a Cromwell had a baby. I think same suspension, but like the profile is more Panzer 3-ish. Right? And the big 75 millimeter gun, the improved version. Not the one from the early war that wasn't fucking good. This is the better one. Don't ask me how. That's just what the thing said when I read it. It was like it had the improved 75 millimeter gun. I was like, all right, what did they do to make it?
The Sherman got one too. I don't know.
Yeah, like they didn't explain what they did to make the gun better. Did they change the rifling? More gunpowder? They didn't say.
Maybe they started making tank rounds that weren't just.
But this is
balls or whatever.
But this is the
tank rounds that look like tank rounds.
This is the one where it's like it's one of those ones that's weird. It's late in the war, so it didn't see a lot of actual combat outside of the Normandy landings. But Korea, on the other hand, like
interesting,
saw a lot of action. Also, there's another version of the Churchill called the Black Prince, which is like
that's cool.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Firefly to the M1 to the Sherman, just let's make it a bit bigger, a bigger gun. Yeah, that's all you need, mate. But that much more armor, bigger fucking gun.
Nice.
It's literally the same tank though, just a bigger fucking gun.
So basically, to sum things up, World War II was definitely the big innovator for tanks.
It was the tank war. Think about it.
It was the tank war because after that, wars at least for Americans turned very quickly to jungles, and then to the desert, and tanks.
This was the heyday. This was the max of tank. With the big battles like Kursk and everything, like this is where the tank had its biggest usefulness. Once you start getting into like Korea, the tanks stop being as useful because the terrain in Korea is like crazy mountains, and once that freezes, tanks aren't really going up anything. Even the big M26 Pershing that we built. And
then bombing and
airplanes and missile technology and stuff. So like
got better and more affordable. So
the tank just slowly started getting used less and less.
And now that
had a little bit of a revival with the first Desert Storm. We had that huge tank battle that we just bitch slapped the Iraqis. It wasn't fair.
It really
we had one tank loss. I don't even think it was a tank. I think it was an armored personnel carrier.
Was it?
That was killed by the enemy during that entire thing.
We have a couple of tanks go down, but it was because of
maintenance
issues.
Yeah, like they threw a tread.
Something like that.
Literally, one of them hit a rock and threw a tread. It was not removed from the fight due to enemy action. How pissed would you be?
Oh,
you've been training all this time. We're going to war. We're doing it. Everything we've prepared for. And you hit a fucking rock like a half mile out, and you're like,
3 days before anything gets here. Sorry.
Because what do? You got to call the wrecker crew guys to come out there and fucking.
Imagine what a tow
looks
like for that.
I would have been so fucking mad if that was my tank.
Oh yeah. And now with warfare being the way it is, drones can take the tanks out. So
invest in drones. Fuck a tank.
I imagine tanks are probably going to go to the way of the dodo.
Your best option: armored personnel carriers. You need heavily armored personnel carriers to move infantry around. I would ignore the main battle tank concept. Because punching through entrenched positions can be done with drones. Just a swarm of them. Millions. Just a million of these tiny,
or just
this big, little fucking gnat drones. Just
as soon as they get an electricity source, as soon as they are able to keep them things charged up, or
they only need to go 1,000 yards. This is a infantry deployed thing. You have squads of infantry with boxes of these things that they, and it's soldier proof. It's dummy. You pull a ripcord, a little timer starts, and the box goes poo, and they jump up into the air and go.
I've seen. They definitely had their heyday during World War II, and maybe a little bit afterward.
I think after Vietnam, there was a huge drop off, even though everybody kept building them.
Cold War.
Yeah, but
gotta scare the other guy with the number of tanks that you've got.
But then all they did was just sell them off to third world countries.
And now they're rusting in wherever.
Yeah, middle Africa, some fucking where.
Or
the middle of the fucking Sudan. Well, that's in Africa too, isn't it?
Africa too, yeah. Or South America.
I'm not good at geography.
Anyway. So I would say enjoy the tanks we've got. That's watch history prove us wrong.
Enjoy the tanks we've got.
Enjoy the tanks we've got, because that might be all it's get.
What tank would you own?
Ooh. I'm gonna be basic, bitch. Soft top Mark I Sherman.
Really?
Really? No, wait. Sorry. M3 Lee. The Lee.
Really? Yeah. I mean, that's a little less basic white Lee. Girl. I want my pumpkin spice Sherman.
With my Uggs. Pumpkin spice Sherman. And that's the episode. I want my pumpkin spice Sherman.
There we go.
That's the episode.
That's the episode title. I want my pumpkin spice Sherman.
Oh.
Mine's not really even a World War II one. I want the M60 Patton.
Yeah, that one's
just neat. Because it's just a giant M26 Pershing.
But it's Pershing,
right? But it's got that that America Cold War feel to it. Like this is our answer to the Russians.
Yeah.
Screw you and your T-75. Here's the Patton. I don't know why I'm Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I don't know.
Oh, wait, no, I do know, because he drives one. That's why I made that connection. That tank he used to drive back in the day was an M60 Patton.
Really?
Yeah. So why a deep...
No. Oh,
I'm so fucking smart.
I don't know what county it is. It's a few counties. It's somewhere nearby.
Oh, the one that has the tank
in that park? It has, yeah. It's like a park /
Yeah, I think that's an M60 too.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
I had to go up and get pictures with it.
It's dope, dude. I've done it.
Like the parking spot's right there next to it.
Everybody should. You see a tank, you kind of...
There's parking.
You want to hang out. You want to go see the tank.
Take a picture of it.
I want to go to those European battlefield museums where they've dug up the old beat up wrecks of fucking Panzers and shit. And I want to see because they've still got the hull damage.
Yeah,
and shit where the round punched through. It's like that right there. That's where all these Nazi fucks died. Right here.
That's how it happened. Anyway.
Oh look, there's a little bit of Hans's brain.
Oh, okay, and now we gotta edit that out, man. That's too dark. Anyway,
he's only as dark as you wish to be, sir.
So the Pershing. Here's your favorite. Right.
No, the Cromwell's my favorite. Or not the Cromwell. The Churchill's my absolute favorite World War II tank.
Churchill.
I would just drive the Pershing and the Patton because the Patton is just a giant version of the Pershing.
Yeah.
I literally think it just has a better engine.
Well, it's also we need to go to drive tanks.
Yeah, where the fuck can you go to drive a tank?
Somewhere in
the comments.
One of those Texas
road trip, man. Let's go.
Yeah,
they got non-American tanks. Can I drive? Can we get the Renault? Could we get the Renault? Can we drive it?
I don't know if they have it, but if they do,
that would be so fun.
That's just a fun little tank. that wouldn't be a fun.
That would be awesome. How was the wine?
It was good.
Oh, we finally found something Chuck will drink.
It was pretty good.
We're getting better.
A little tart, but not bad. It was supposed to be just the right amount of tart to cut the sugar in it.
We will
find you
like
eventually.
The C plot of this podcast is to find Chuck's favorite booze. Right?
That might work.
Like that's like the C storyline of the entire show is trying to figure out what Chuck likes to drink.
So,
because it's not, I'm not making him drink.
Oh, wait.
He likes to drink. It's just he's so picky.
Yeah.
There's so many few things he'll actually drink.
Well, yeah. Anyway, but I think we've gotten basically to the last thing of, or the last of one. We only have. Shoo, damn.
Try again, man.
We only have one last thing to do tonight, and that is draw from the pot of knowing.
Oh, hang on. It's my turn, right? You get to pick, and I have to shake.
Yeah, I get to pick, and you get to shake.
All right. Well, I got to top off our cups. The bottle is empty. Now we will grab from the pot.
And now next week's episode will be about...
I don't know. I want something away from World War II. I'm World War II'd out.
Yeah, come on. Not World War II. Not World War II.
It's be Operation Mincemeat.
Okay. This one's away from World War II, but not really that far. History of missiles. Missile technology. I mean, next time on Kentucky Fried Chronology.
But that's still World War II.
It starts.
Well, I mean, that's rockets.
It starts.
What's the difference between a missile and a rocket? Next week.
We'll
answer that next week.
We'll answer that for you next week on Kentucky Fried Chronology.
All right.
And cut.
No, because we didn't say any of the like, comment, subscribe.
Oh.
Or plug the other channel.
Oh, yes. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and check out Bo's other channel, Kentucky Fried Critics.
The Rat. Look for the Riddick Rat.
Look for the Riddick Rat. I'm not part of that.
Oh, there's a funny story with that. I'll explain later because our YouTube hashtag thing. It's the Riddick Rat. Critic, KFC, Riddicks. Yeah. Go check them out. And until then, next week, history of missiles. Go out and learn you something. Throw the thing. Oh. Yay!
Of course, we have to start with Werner von Braun and the V2, yeah.
Is that a rocket or a missile?